All right, folks. So I just got done watching the entirety of the Vladimir Putin interview on Tucker Carlson on Twitter. Right. I actually had to make up a brand new damn Twitter thing. But I'm going to tell you what. I went there looking for answers and I found myself asking more questions. Now, Vladimir Putin is cagey about like talking about people's conversations and what they said. And I think that he is actually remotely afraid of, like releasing information because he wants to be able to be trusted in public, right? Or wants to be able to be trusted by other people to go like, oh man, listen, you're going to keep his fucking mouth closed. Number one. And then number two, also, if you release real information about things, there's a good chance, you know what I'm saying, you might get shot in the head. So, but I want to show you this clip because what it does is it really does like bring up more questions. And it's a question a lot of us have been asking for a while, right? And this is the question of who is actually running this shit, right? Here, let's check out this clip. We're going to get to it.
I became president in 2000. I thought, okay, the Yugoslav issue is over, but we should try to restore relations. Let's reopen the door that Russia had tried to go through. And moreover, I said it publicly, I can reiterate. At a meeting here in the Kremlin with the outgoing President Bill Clinton, right here in the next room, I said to him, I asked him, Bill, do you think if Russia asked to join NATO, do you think it would happen? Suddenly he said, it's interesting. I think so. But in the evening, when we met for dinner, he said, I've talked to my team. No, it's not possible now.
Okay. So let's address this, right? Because this is a 10,000-pound elephant in the room. And it's a throwaway line in this interview. But Tucker hones in on it later. If the people were electing, right, and this is important to think about, right? I can understand if it's a trade thing where like, hey, look, do you think we can stand here and do better trade on this steel import or this aluminum or this copper, whatever it is, right? I would understand you standing here going like, well, look, I'm going to have to run that by some economic guys because like we're worried about these towns out here and these people are suffering and they need this fucking cash. And we're trying to greenhouse this. That's completely understandable, right? And so like, all right, I'm not an expert in this. Let me run it by some people and then I'll make a decision. Gotcha, right? That's 100% understandable. But joining fucking NATO? Right, we're talking about like an international defense policy for the dude who's supposed to be the chief executive and the commander-in-chief of the fucking military services. Why, as a whole, would he need to run that by a team in general? Like, why wouldn't that like immediately go like, man, listen, apply and see what happens? If they get rejected by, say, Norway or wherever the fuck it is, I don't get pick a country, Hungary, Germany, whatever. If like Poland or whatever ends up, like saying, nah, we don't want you in because unilaterally any country can reject it. You know what I'm saying? Turkey, whoever. Understand. That's fine. Right. But the thing is for him to go, oh, I talked to my guys and they said, no, that's not going to happen. He's the dude who's supposed to make the decision. Right? It's not supposed to be like, like some extra shit. He's supposed to make that decision. It's his decision to make because we elected him to make that decision. And if the people we're electing aren't making decisions, we need to figure out who the fuck is. Like somebody needs to redraw the diagram of how the hell this shit works because this don't make no goddamn sense whatsoever. Keeping it 100% like it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Right? Like we probably need to have this fucking in general conversation. But yo, look, man, I'm Tom Pease with Pnoid News. Y'all know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm up out of here.